all right. Getting the shit together. We're almost up on here. We might not have audio problems tonight. We'll see. I don't know if the audio is coming through. The music's like half the experience. Here we are. Let's see. What's that about? How's the audio? I think my mic's good, but I don't know if you can hear the music at all. It's working out some details here. What is this box? Don't mind me. Okay, so that is just the chat box. Yeah, I didn't mute the stream. I just muted it. So the music sounds good now? You can hear the music too? Killer. That's what we needed. Alright, I'll pull up Facebook too so I can see everybody on there. Wait for a few more people to show up here. Probably gonna do a fun face tonight, you know. Haven't done a face in a minute, so figured that would be good. Why not? How do I pull up my live stream? Go up here. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Appreciate everyone coming out and checking out all the cool shit I've been making. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Really appreciate everyone coming out and checking out all the cool shit I've been making. There we go. Muted that. Good to go. Good to go. Alright, well I suppose I will do some shameless plugs for all the things I have going on. So we did finally launch our comic. Everyone, I think I mentioned that a while back. That's Supernal Comic. You guys check that out. That's a collaboration we're doing with my buddies Ross Chupa, John Deindorfer, and Josh and Dave. Dave Penn, Josh. I can't remember Josh's last name. He's awesome, but I can look it up real fast. But he also wouldn't care. So all is well. Epic Made's cranking along. We're always looking for more people to collaborate with and help elevate their brand and create cool assets. And as you guys know, I have my print store up for Clean Up the Studios. Got all the prints up, almost all of them, for maybe all of them. I don't know. Ivy would know. But we've got our prints up on Redbubble. There's a link to that on clean.studio. That one's right here. We did sell some prints finally. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. And we got some subscriptions last week, which was super cool. Looks like Lanny gave us a $3 donation the other day, which is super cool. And yeah, things are cranking right along. I appreciate everyone's support. And just out here having fun. And the more this kind of can pump into my little system of businesses and financial things I got going on here, the better I can make this, and more art we can do and cooler things we can do with it, and collaboration and all that fun stuff. So appreciate everyone's support, even if that's just showing up. Appreciate that too. So let's see, chat. Let's see. So last week we did this super cool piece here. Tom Briggs and I shot the shit for about an hour and just talked about creativity and all the different ways that he's inspired and how creativity works in his field and expertise and the things he does. And I just think it was a really cool thing. And so I'm doing that. We have another guest next week. Her name is Lenny Gray Morris. She's a super talented designer herself. Really cool, creative, just goes with her own flow to her own drummer kind of human being. So I love those types of people. I can relate to that personally quite well. But she'll be on the show next week, so we'll be doing the thing with her. And then I'm going to just keep, stacking up cool guests every other week. So every other week I'll have a guest. We'll do some AI art, have some fun, kind of like experiment with that technology for now. I just think that'll be a fun leg of the thing. And then the weeks we don't have guests, it's just going to be me doing art like I always have. So whatever that comes up with. We're going to launch something soon. We're going to do a little giveaway where we do a piece of art for you. If you want to be a part of that, you'll be able to enter the competition, which will be cool. And I think we should even give away a print with that, now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll do the thing for you, and then I'll give you a signed print as well, the official 1-of-1 signed print. I think I like that, so we'll do that, Ivy, just FYI. But anyhow, this is the piece we did last week. I think we're still open to naming this. You always can interact with me, and mostly we do this on Facebook right now because that's where I have the biggest following, in terms of people that actually see my art. So feel free to jump in there and kind of weigh in on the names. So we name them every week. If you end up being the name that we pick, we put you in the description. That'll be permanently part of the description of the piece, and you can be your own little super fan built into this little creative legacy we're building here. But yeah, anyhow, good times. So let's roll on. A couple weeks ago, we decided we were gonna do something with this bizarre little sketch. So this is your first time out. I take often what I do. So this whole studio is spun up around like me doing collaborative art with my dad posthumously. So I have all these notebooks and paintings and all kinds of shit of my dad's. You can see like a bunch of his works on my ceiling. I got some bunch of crazy faces back there. I have a bunch of those NFT'd as well. If you would like to buy those, you get the original work of art with those. Those links are on the site. But yeah, so basically I'll take one of his sketches like this one on the screen here, and I'm just going to spend the next 2 hours or so making it into something weird and cool and bizarre and colorful and evocative and all the fun things. So it's nothing serious. It's just me just having fun. Just doing art for art's sake, which is a beautiful thing. I lost that part of me before I'd started doing art. It wasn't something I really had time for. I built these businesses up. I spent a lot of time, the volunteering and raising my son and growing my food and all the shit that I do. If you watch any of my stuff, what up, Andy? Welcome. Good to see you guys. And basically, I found myself not being in touch with my inner artist, and that's just like part of my core happiness and my core identity is creating cool shit. As Epic Made it scaled up over the years, I stopped doing the creative work because I'm not really a processes guy, so I don't really do well in production artwork. So like I just kind of had to get out of the way of the company making money a few years, several years back now. But that said, I lost my creative outlet, which is fine because I love this way more than like doing flyer designs or web designs or even now like Epic Made really just focuses mostly on animation and then some digital illustration. Even on the illustration side, I'm just painfully slow. It's hard for us to make money on me when I'm doing the work. So yeah, here we are. I spun this thing up, honoring my dad's creative legacy, and I get to make art every week, and all you crazy people come out and show me some love and encourage me to keep doing this, and it's fun, so I love it. So thanks everybody for that. Without further ado, I'm gonna roll into making this fun little jam here. So that's what we got. A little picture from the same notebook from the 70s. Who knows what the hell he was thinking. Sometimes he would draw people. Sometimes he just like sit down and just kind of whip out some crazy ass idea in his head. I suppose when I run out of these, I'll just have to start making my own, kind of like in his, just inspired by, if you will, versus like actually using his artwork. But I could always do multiple ones or new iterations. I feel like every time I do one of these, it could be different, and the face could be the same starting thing, So here we go. Oh, commission piece. Ooh, we got the Nightbot. Uh-oh. Damn, I didn't think you were going to get that set up today, Ivy. Thank you. Here you are. There's the link. Everybody, I expect you to enter if you're watching this. Click on the link. We'll get it up on the on Clean That Studio, but it's also in the chat here on the stream. But yeah, enter the competition, and I will do a custom commission piece for you. Just a little lightweight one, something I could do in the stream. All digital. And we'll have some fun with it. I can base it off of a photograph of anybody you want or yourself. I can do a photo manipulation. I can do something crazy abstract. Like, I'm open to the discussion. So if you win, we will have a discussion and figure out something cool that I can do for you. That will be my way of saying thank you for participating and helping spread the word and being a part of this little community of enthusiasts of my art that I am building here. So thank you. This kind of looks a little puby. That's alright. We'll make it work. Show. Let's do levels. Auto. Get this black up at here. Get rid of. Crank the white over and try to just kind of lose a lot of this gray data. Looks good. Desaturate it. This part got wet right here. It's alright. You know what? I'm just gonna. It's not really a big need to hold accuracy on the crazy scribbles. So officially got a commission with a guy named Matt. His mom was a huge fan of my dad's art, and she was a really talented artist, and she did a lot of stuff with Corvettes and stuff. But yeah, him and I, he's my big focus. I'm gonna start it and kick it off next month. In November, I'll probably do at least 1 or 2 nights in November of digital sketching of the ideas I have for his piece, which I'm really excited about. And then I'm going to deliver it as an actual painting, which is going to be so cool because I really haven't sat down and done like a painting and, a bona fide painting in a while. I'm so excited to like just get my paints out and get crazy with it. Like, I love painting and it's something I really do, but it's like I rarely find the space to like actually do a painting. So I'm just excited about this opportunity. So Matt, if you see this, thank you, friend. I'm excited. plowing through this drink tonight. I need to do an intermission, make another one. So, what I like to do at this point is this. That looks good. Nice and sharpened. Image mode adjustments. Let's posterize it. So posterizing like removes a lot of the bullshit in between. Like I can just say we're gonna do 2 levels, you know, but that doesn't look as good. So I think that looks pretty good. I can easily get rid of that. That's just the. I didn't shoot this in like great lighting. I just shot it real fast with my phone. How much stuff? Cool. I'll make that work right there. All right, and then let's see. So I'm messing with levels. So you hit. Sorry, I forgot. I like to teach while I'm doing this. Sometimes I just get lost in it. So hit you Control L. That opens up your levels menu, where you can go to Image Adjustments, Levels, and then you can play with these sliders here, right? So I just want to get rid of that gray bit into the white, and not so much. So see, it's really messing up the core of the drawing. I don't want to do that. So then what I'm going to do is just come over here, just boom, do some white. Just fill that in nice. Yeah. And then I can wand. That'll be good. I'll draw some more hair back in there. This looks ridiculous. My dad would love this. He made it, but stupid drawing. He had a affinity like for anything that was like weird. Like he liked it if it was extra weird, you know. Like look at his weird face, you know. He used to always joke. He's like, yeah, see, you made this. You got to be some kind of emotionally disturbed human being to make something like this. And he was. That's all right. But he loved it and embraced it. You know, it was great. So I'm just trying to kind of get the positioning of this in a space that feels good. The layout of such a piece. Derek, what up, Derek? Welcome to the party, sir. Yes, never been here before, huh? Yeah, says the guy who's never not here. I get sad messages from you just whenever I'm not gonna be on a Wednesday. Speaking of which, just emotionally prepare yourself. I might squeeze in. No, I'm gonna say no because I'll stress myself the fuck out. One of these days, I'm not gonna be here. The 26th. So not next week or the week after, but the week after that, I am not gonna be here. 26th, I'm taking the night off. I could move it to the 25th, but I don't know if that's any better or not. But just heads up, everybody. I'm going to Colorado for a business trip. Should be fun. We shall see. Ooh, that was clean. One click. A little too much. So tolerance, let's do 5. I don't want to lose my little squigglies. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Line art back up. Cool. All right, so color schemes. Anybody got any thoughts? Derek, our bot moderated you. I wonder what that was about, Ivy. Deleted message. No. Oh, it's I guess there's like some people get in here and spam a bunch of bullshit. I was trying to keep you from the bullshit spamming. All right, let's come up with some color schemes. Anybody got color schemes they're into tonight? Any thoughts? What up over here, Fern and Mrs. Green? You guys click on the little link, go to the stream, you can see what I'm working on. And if you like made an account and subscribed and like pumped up my metrics for me, that wouldn't hurt my feelings either. Sorry, Derek, you got censored. We're upgrading the stream. I have no idea what you typed in. We can we can dial in the level of censoring. I didn't know it did that. It's a safety feature for people putting eggplant emojis on there 35 times. You know what I mean? So I did some AI renders that might be interesting. You know how like they give me some AI renders in there. Look at this thing. I made a lady with no arms. Not that's funny, but I didn't ask it to make a lady with no arms, so. Broke my pen out yet. The pen. Eee. That might be fun. Dude, these NASA renders I keep seeing are so good. I just love them. Okay. I feel like I do purple and blue every week. I gotta change this up. Let's just invert it. I don't know if I can make that work. Pretty intense. Yeah, I kinda hate that. Let's see what I can. This might have some cool chaotic vibes to it. Just use it for the base. I don't know, Derek. I'll have Ivy look at it, see what's up. Yellows. Alright, sir. You want yellows. You're gonna get yellows. So I hit B for the brush tool. And I'm just gonna held control. Once you have the brush tool out, you can pick any of the color from the background. I'm just gonna make a little face jam going on here. Face. Yo, anybody watch that House of Dragons last week? It was serious. I don't even want to get into it. I feel like You can't even talk about shows like that because you'll just piss somebody off. They ain't seen it yet. And they've been busy this week. I'll just leave it alone. Dad had like really loved these little like half face things. I'm not sure why. It's interesting though. He did a lot of them. Sure, I like that brush right there. Paint with an oil brush. See how that works out for me tonight. Ooh, real oils. That's nice. It's such like elementary art, and then at some point it just gets good, you know? And I never know when that's gonna be. It's alright though. Crazy tie-dyed shit my dad made here in the background. Oh, I already did that. I can't do it again. Sorry. I did a face with like the starburst thing coming out of the eye. I'm just like, I was gonna do that again. I found a cool thing. My dad took this photo in Blue Pete's. My brothers and my dad opened up a restaurant together about a decade ago called Blue Pete's. Actually, a little more than a decade ago. But he has this shot. My dad took this shot on the dance floor. Loved photography, and it was really good. Like, look at this, man. It's a shitty old camera. I just thought that came out like really good. So, anyways. Gotta stay hydrated. Creative process. It's intense. How'd you guys like the show last week? Was that cool? A little change of pace.
The urge to steal, the urge to steal it. The urge to steal, the urge to steal it. The urge.
Man, I really don't like vocals on my art, on my music. And I told the thing no vocals, and it's all vocaling on me. Sometimes I just keep looking at these things like this is, but art's just an expression, right? Like that's part of what I really love about me forcing myself to do this. Like previous to doing art with my dad, I only like hyper focused on this super realistic. Like it had to be cool. People had to look at me like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, now I'm just like, I just want people to look at it and feel something, I just want people to go, whoa, that speaks to me, or like, what the fuck, I don't like that at all, I don't even want to look at it, like something, like just move the needle, we all just, I don't know, that's where my head's at these days, just trying to move the needle. This is so much fun to do too. You guys haven't done art in a while. Do some art. It's good for you. It literally is. Like, it's an antidepressant. Releases serotonins and all kinds of cool shit. As long as you don't get stressed when you're doing it, right? Some people have some kind of weird conversation in their head where they're like freaking out the whole time. Especially, I think professional artists can be that. Because there's some kind of weird expectation that you can't be a professional artist and also just have fun and just do some shit that maybe isn't great. Like, doesn't it be great every time? It's all good. It's funny, like when I was putting together my collection, my dad's collection, I was like, there was so many pieces like, oh yeah, this one's definitely trash. I hate this one. And like, I would sit down and talk to people. Like, oh, that's my favorite one. I'm like, what? I hate this one. I wasn't even going to include it in the collection. And it's so subjective. Like, you never know how something's going to speak to somebody. It's all just flavors, right? That's what it boils down to. My wife and I talk about that all the time. Like, people are just into different flavor shit, And you might think something is the best in the world. And like somebody else might be allergic to it. Like, I can't even look at it. It repulses them, which is great. Diversity. That's what we need out here. So many social media clones putting on filters, pretending to be somebody they're not, so they can look like something they think people want to see. So just being them. I think that's going away more though. I mean, there's still like the Kim Kardashians of the world, but I think people realize it's all bullshit. I know blue's the color for this part. Yeah, blue hair is fun. I don't know that I like this at all, but we're gonna try it. This has all been so much fun, though. I feel like I'm getting so much better as an artist just doing art every week. Like, who would have thought? But, I mean, that is how it works, you know? Just show up and do this shit. Ooh, this will be fun. It's gonna get weird and crazy with the colors tonight, friends. No holding back. Cool. It would be great if like it would actually draw. What the fuck? Oh, I'm in line art. I don't understand. This mode's supposed to simulate like real painting. So far, it's just pissing me off. I don't know how to work it. Whatever. Switch him to a normal brush. Sometimes there's just too many fucking settings. Like, how do you even do this in a way that makes sense? That looks terrible. Jesus. Gotta adjust some settings. Yeah, strength at 90% on the blending tool is a lot. This is this guy right here. So the blending tool, I like to go back in and just kind of just move some pixels around. It just kind of fuzzes the edges of the pixels, makes it not quite so hard. Yeah. Sorry, this is already looking horrible. This is gonna be the night, guys. It does have some serious Gene Simmons vibes, Derek. It's like Gene Simmons on an acid trip, I think. Something like that. We'll see. It'd be cool if I could get it to adjust my brush size. Mother. Okay. Got some shit on my glasses. Yeah, I'm gonna say pretty much hate this one so far. Should have did a yoga piece. Here's a painting I did. I did this one the other day. Sometime in the past couple years. Inspired by my dad's stuff. But definitely mine. Which is super cool. So I'm doing saturation. I'm just gonna saturate the shit out of it. And then I have the color mode on color on the blend there, but I don't know if that's doing it for me. I just hated the background, so I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here. So these pieces are weird because it's like sometimes the background inspires me. Sometimes I have an idea a little bit once I look at it. Like, I picked this one out like a week ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago before we did Tom's show, so several weeks ago. My earliest memory of my father, Derek. What a great question, sir. My earliest memory of my dad was riding on his back. When I was a little tiny guy, holding onto his shoulders up and down the hallway, like over and over. Like, Dad, do it again, do it again. Till just like he's like, yo, I'm dying. Like, my dad didn't have me till he was 43, so like, if I got more than like 4 of those in a row, that was pretty awesome, you know. Cause I'm 37 and my back hurts all the time. Also, my dude's like 100+ pounds now, so it's a little more difficult. Alright, so the hair on this is just not vibing on the hair. It's not working for me. So what I did, which is cool, I selected the line art by hitting Control and then clicking on the thumbnail. And then I hit Control Shift I to select the invert of my selection. So now I'm erasing just outside of that art. So it's always cool to, like, if you have multiple layers, you can really do different things. And so if I hit Control H, it'll hide all that selected material. So you see how, like, I'm not deleting the black lines, just the edge there. And I can figure out, you know, what I want to do moving forward. Just a fun little tidbit. Now you know. In case you were on here trying to learn some Photoshop. Which apparently the kids don't even like Photoshop these days. Apparently Adobe bought something recently, Figma, which is a design software, for like $250 billion. It was like something with a B, some billions. It's like monopoly money on that level. Start hearing people talk about billions, and it's just like, oh, wow. It's insane. It's an insane amount of money. Why don't they call it a toenail instead of a thumbnail? Because they're not weirdos, Derek. Actually, to answer your question in a non-ridiculous way, so thumbnails traditionally are supposed to be the size of a thumbnail, right? So like when you did thumbnail sketches, the framing and idea behind that was like you only do them as big as your thumbnail so that you don't get lost in any of the weeds and details of that. So basically you don't want to overdo the level of execution on an idea that you're not committed to yet, if that makes sense. So, you know, when you're drawing, you have a hand right there, so it's a reference. You usually don't have your foot on the table next to your art. Although I have probably... Damn!